nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right. FAQs part 3. There's 4 parts. Today's part 3. As usual, all the sessions are recorded and uploaded to the YouTube channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. I finally updated this picture, so you can actually see the sessions for summer 2026 for Melbourne and for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. So if you miss any of the sessions, you can always catch up. And if you're here for the first time, all the sessions we started practicing on the 4th of March. So about 2 weeks ago, almost exactly 2 weeks ago. So all those sessions are recorded and uploaded. So have a look. Okay, next one. You're going to hear me say this a whole bunch of times. Your goal is to get your profile to 100%. If you are here for the first time, you do not have a profile. So please wait until the end of the session and I will tell you how to find your profile. For the rest of you, you already have your profiles. I can already see that you guys are working. So time to give some shout outs to the people that have been putting in the work. So somebody called POM completed 48 quizzes today. So I got this about maybe 2 hours ago or something. Round of applause to Pom. Well done. I can see quite a few of you are really busy. So this is the news feed and let me see. Yeah. So people are overtaking other people. People are completing the quizzes. So well done to you guys. The top 10 looks like this. We've got Pojo, Bronx, PN1, Melody, Ruth, Talia, Michaela S, Pom, who we just gave a shout out to, Lonka P, and Chris J. That's the top 10 in the Gold League. All right. Let us start. Okay, you guys did really well. 20 people got this wrong. So, at the end of the 60s, the young people started kind of rebelling against traditional norms. And some of those traditional norms were requiring people to be married in order to have kids or to live together, amongst other things. 123 people got this right.
Excellent.
Well done. On to the next one. I'm expecting the numbers to be really good tonight. Let's see how it goes. We talked about this already. This time they're asking for specifics. Okay. 29 people got this wrong. So in the 60s, there was a lot of immigration in Denmark. So the context for this is that Denmark was experiencing economic growth. And for that growth to continue, they needed more workers than Denmark itself could supply. So they invited guest workers from Pakistan, Turkey, and former Yugoslavia. And this was the 60s. There was a question like this in the Kahoot on Sunday. In the game on Sunday, we had a question similar to this. In this question, they're asking about the specific countries. All right. 29 people got that wrong. The rest of you got it right.
Great job.
SAS is the highest climber, up 40 places. Wow. That's a huge jump. Next one. You guys are doing really well today. Well, this was kind of a no-brainer. So when the king is named Frederick, the first son is always named Christian. And when the king is named Christian, the first son is always named Frederick. 18, no, 28 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Get it right next time. Next one. Okay, what's this about? Yes, so this is about parliamentary elections. By the way, we have the parliamentary elections next week on Monday. In total, there are 179 members of parliament. 175 of them are from Denmark, 2 are from Greenland, and 2 are from the Faroe Islands. So this question appears in many different ways. This is one of the ways that it appears. You've seen the other ways as well. Sometimes they ask for both, sometimes they ask for one. Okay, most of you got this right. Round of applause. Oh, Tuesday the 24th, sorry. So someone just corrected me. Folketing elections are on Tuesday the 24th. All right, 5 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. FAQ. Next one. Okay, so I could see this was a weak spot for quite a few of you. So 44 people got this wrong. Anders Fogh Rasmussen was a prime minister from Venstre, and he later became the general secretary of NATO. If you look under the politicians quiz, you will see him there. And well, all these questions are frequently asked questions. So all the frequently asked questions, you must know the answers to every single one of them. So if you're making any mistakes today, make sure you fix your mistakes later. Next one. Okay, so we have Michaela S at number 1, Fro at number 2, MC3 Peugeot 4, and the Ram that are at 5. 6 people reached an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
Next one. Damn. This was bad, eh? Okay, so in 1944, Johannes V. Jensen won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Can't remember what book he wrote, actually, but I know he won that prize. 69 people got that right. 50 plus 20 is 70 plus 11. 81 people got that wrong. Oh, sorry, guys. Next one. Yes. So NFS Grundtvig was the one to come up with the idea for Folkehøjskole. And you're gonna see his name again at some point. 19 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
The numbers are looking really good already. We still have about 43 questions to go. So let's see how that goes. Michaela S was once number one, but now she fell out of the top five. Is she gonna come back? We will see. 3 people hit an answer streak of 4. Well done. Next one. Oh man. Ay, ay, ay. Another sad one. Okay, so 77 people got that wrong. Almost exactly half of you. Okay, so what's the context here? 9th of April, 1940, Denmark was invaded by the Germans. However, Denmark's government was not overthrown like the other countries. The Germans demanded that the Danish government should work in partnership with them. The Danish government had no option but to agree. And they started working together reluctantly. And then I think there was the resistance, the Danish resistance movement started in Denmark, where Danish people grouped together and started sabotaging the Nazi operations. And the Nazis didn't like that, obviously. So they started, trying to stop it. And they were putting the Danish government under a lot of pressure to, I think, execute some of their citizens. And the Danish government said, look, we're not going to do this. I think we need to end this partnership. And they ended it. And that was 1943. And I don't know if I should go into more detail, but it ended in 1943. Something happened after that. Maybe when we get to that question, I'll talk about it. All right. So almost half of you got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
I hope that explanation actually made sense. Next one. Yes, Denmark used to be, well, the church in Denmark used to be a Catholic church. But after, well, it became a Protestant church in 1536 when the king took over the church. All right. 28 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Pojo moving up the ranks now on the podium at number 3. MRH making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Is it a he or a she? I'm not sure.
Great job.
Anyways, next one. Talked about this a whole bunch of times. Okay, Maria. Okay, we talked about this before. Legislative power is shared between the government and the parliament. So, the government is the one that makes suggestions for law proposals, and the parliament has to vote on those proposals and either accept or reject them. So that's what this is about. An example of a proposal is something like, when you're about to become a Danish citizen, your name goes on a list and it's put before parliament for voting. That's an example, amongst other examples. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. But anyways, 40 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, MC back at the top. LISJ now in the top 5 at number 4. 4 people lost their answer streak of 3.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. This is similar to the previous question. So in Denmark, power is split 3 ways. You got the executive power, legislative power, and judiciary. This is about the executive power, and it's the government that has the executive power. Okay, 57 people got that wrong. Another weak spot. 98 people got it right.
Excellent.
Now you know what you don't know. Fix it. All your mistakes will show up on your profile. Next one. Okay, Asger Who was Asger He was a contemporary Danish painter. He some of his artwork is actually in Statens Museum for Kunst, so SMK in Copenhagen. And if you go there, you will see, because when you go into the gallery, the paintings are actually chronological. So the more recent ones, a lot of his paintings are in there, and they're abstract paintings. He started, can't remember, is it Cobra with some other people? I can't remember the details about that group, but I know he was part of it. 63 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is a frequently asked question. All right, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Next one. Okay, the September settlement. And this is actually when, well, they say this is the beginning of the Danish labor market model. So this is where the collective bargaining started, and things have since evolved into what they are today. Very important date for the Danish labor market. What happened here? 49 people got that wrong. 108 people got it right. Next one. Static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
Talked about this before. Okay, first female minister, her name was Nina Bang. She was appointed by Thorvald Stauning, who was the first Social Democratic prime minister. He was elected in 1924. After he became the prime minister in 1924, he appointed her as Undervisningsminister, also in 1924. We've talked about this a bunch of times. Well, we're talking about it again for the 58 people that got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it. You're probably going to see this question or a variation of this question on the next test. On to the next one. Static top 5 still. Okay, so Denmark was liberated 5th of May 1945. That marked the end of the Second World War for Denmark. 34 people got that wrong. Please get it right next time. Very important date. Static top 5 still. Ina has the highest answer streak of 15, and that's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
On to the next one. So a long further education takes 5 to 6 years. So that's I think it's when you're doing a master's degree and a PhD, I think. Anyways, 54 people got this wrong. 103 got it right. This top 5 is not budging. We've got MC at number 1, Fro number 2, Peugeot, 3, Ella SJ4, and Mary at number 5. 11 people have hit an answer streak of 5.
Great job.
Round of applause to the top 5. Okay, next one. Okay, so after 9/11, Denmark sent soldiers to Afghanistan and Iraq on the request of the United States. There's not much else to talk about here. 28 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Fro made a mistake and fell out. I'm not sure if you misclicked. But now Peugeot is at 2, Ella SJ3, Mary 4, and SAS now in the top 5 at number 5. Frederick is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Still have more than halfway to go. Hopefully you guys actually know the answer to this. Danabro. 18 people didn't know, but now you know. Next one. Okay, Henrik Pontoppidan wrote Look at Pair. If I'm not mistaken, he also won a Nobel Prize at some point. Can't remember what year. 59 people got that wrong. Get it right. It will show up on your profile.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. SAS now number 4. That was a combo breaker. I've seen this before, right? All right, so 3 out of 4, so that's about what, 75%? If my math is right. Anyways, 55 people got that wrong. You know, sometimes they put it in percentage, sometimes they put it in fractions. And that's to throw people off, right? So as long as you know math, you can still get it right. Okay, next one. Yeah, it's around 70-75%. All right, Frederick X is the current monarch, the current king in Denmark. 23 people didn't know that. Well, please know. This was actually a question, I think it was 3 tests ago. But anyways, moving on. Wow. SAS came from outside the top 5 to number 5, and then now on the podium at number 3. Well done.
Excellent.
MC Peugeot SAS LSJ FG Mao is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. We talked about this before, right? Now they're asking about when it was abolished. Okay, so I'm not surprised a whole bunch of people got this wrong. So Stoun's bundle was a law that was enacted by the king in 1733. And he created that because the landowners wanted, basically, they wanted to stabilize cheap labor for their land and collect rents. So they made the king create a law that made it impossible for people who were born in specific locations to leave up until they were 40 years old. So that way, if you were born in Uland in some, commune somewhere, you're stuck there until you're at least 40 years old if you were working on the land. And that, basically, that was feudalism, right? And that lasted 55 years, exactly 55 years. So it was enacted in 1733 and it was abolished in 1788. So remember that. 69 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
On to the next one. Okay, some people fell out of the top 5. Next one. Yes, so Denmark and Sweden fought many wars in the 1600s, and this was during the time of Christian IV. A lot of those wars were actually lost by Denmark, and Denmark had to give up land. For example, Skåne, which is where Malmö is at the moment. Yeah, there's not much else to talk about here. 34 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Get it right next time. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
4 people hit an answer streak of 11. Well done.
Great job.
Next one. Okay, so the second biggest religion in Denmark is Islam. The biggest religion in Denmark is Christianity. There's not much else to say here. 45 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5. Look, guys, please, let's get this right. This is like a no-brainer, right? Unless someone wants to troll or something, but let's see. Oh, God. Anyways, round of applause to you guys. Ella is the highest climber.
You win.
All right, next one. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go into a bit of detail. So, how are laws created in Denmark? The laws usually come from one of the ministries. Okay, so, and that's the government. So, the government is the prime minister and all the ministers. The ministers are head of ministries. An example of a ministry is undervisning, so education. So, for instance, if a new law, if the education ministry suggests a new law, I think one of them was the whole ETX thing, where students are supposed to work with theory and practice. That's just an example. So the Ministry of Education creates a law proposal. They take that law proposal to Parliament. That law proposal is debated and voted on. I think it's handled 3 times or something, right? Now, after the final vote, the law is either accepted or rejected. In the case where the law is accepted, it then goes on to the next step, where the king, if it's a man as the monarch, or the queen, if it's a woman as the monarch, and the minister from that ministry that proposed the law, they sign that law and it becomes the law of the land. I hope that made sense. How many people got this wrong? 85 people got this wrong. So this is a weak spot. Okay? So hopefully you guys get it right next time.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay. Ella is back with an answer streak of 3. Let's keep it moving. We're more than halfway through now. And also, by the way, why is it the king? It's because the king is the head of state. So there's the head of the government, that's the prime minister, and then there's the head of the state, that's the king or the monarch, whether it's the king or the queen, whether it's a man or a woman. So that's why. And then it's also the minister from the ministry that created the law proposal. Okay, this is about the civil servants in the ministries. So after an election, a government is created. The prime minister appoints ministers that head the ministries. However, who are the people that do the work, the real work, right? It's the civil servants in those ministries. And those civil servants are employed based on their qualifications. So they're not politically appointed like the ministers. So you have to, so for instance, if there's a vacancy in one of the ministries, there has to be an advertisement. People will apply, people will get interviewed, and eventually someone will get employed. All right, that's what this question is about. How many people got this wrong? 49 people got this wrong. 107 got it right, so there's still hope. Well done to you guys.
Great job.
Next one. Okay, FG moving up the ranks, now at number 2. Tom making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We've got 23 questions to go. We talked about this a bunch of times, right? All right. Well done to you guys. So this is the second Schleswig War. Not much to talk about here. 22 people got that wrong. Please fix it. It will show up on your profile. Abby Dorr, now in the top 5 for the first time this session. Well done to you. Ahmad is the highest climber, up 11 places. Next one. Yeah, bonfires, Sankt Hans, 23rd of June. 15 people got that wrong. Please get it right next time. Majority of you got that right. Well done. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Okay, so around the First World War, Denmark was hit with the Spanish flu. What happened here? 57 people got that wrong. Get it right next time. FG, oh man. All right, so FG was number 2, made a mistake, fell out of the top 5. SAS now at number 2, Marie 3. MC holding number 1. Libra at 4, and Abidor holding number 5. Olga Sue is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Well done. Next one. Yeah, you know the answer to this, right? We've talked about this a whole bunch of times. Hopefully you all get this right. Let's see. Okay, majority of you got this right.
Excellent.
Round of applause. "17 people got it wrong. Kalmar Union. Abidor moving up the ranks. Callan making a comeback with 3 in a row. Next one. All right. So the answer is the Social Democrats. So the Social Democratic Party was created as part of the workers' movement. And for that reason, most workers voted for the Social Democratic Party in the 1900s. That legacy actually lives up until now. Most people that work in the public sector vote for the Social Democratic Party. 26 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Abidor, man. Wow. Steady rising, yeah? Came in at number 5, now at number 3. MCSAS, Abidor, Libra, and Marie. Dido is back in the game with 3 in a row. Next one. Okay, about 70% of employees in Denmark are members of unions or some kind of union organization? Most of you got this right.
Excellent.
How many people got this wrong? 12 people. Next one. Fix that. It will show up. We have a static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Shy. Making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how you guys do on this. Yes. So this is the beginning of the absolute monarchy. So Denmark was actually the first absolute monarchy in Europe. So Frederick III was the one that created it, and he also created the hereditary royal family where the king's son inherits the throne after the king dies. Before that, they had this thing called håndfæstning. So that was an agreement between the king and the nobles, and actually it was the nobles that elected the king. And I can't remember, there was some war in Sweden, and they lost that war. And what then happened? Frederick III took the opportunity to, basically monopolize the power. He started taxing them and la-di-da-di-da. I'm not going to go into all that detail. Moving on, 45 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. Yeah, similar to the first one, right? And still some people chose social media. I don't know why. Anyways, yes. So this is similar to the first question. So in the 60s, young people started, questioning traditional values like the nuclear family. Like, why should people have to be married to have a baby? Why should people have to be married to live together? And so on and so forth. How many people got this wrong? 32 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5 yet again. You guys are doing really well today. I'm happy about this. Well done. Well done. I think the average is going to be like 80% or something, but let's see. Not much to say here. Moving on. Almost at the end now. All right, about 5.9 million, almost 6 million. 28 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Next one. Yeah, so I talked about this in like 2 or 3 questions behind, right? So the workers' movement, Arbeidersbevægelsen, was in the 1870s, and it was around that same time that the Social Democratic Party was created. Someone is talking about not being able to remember names. If you look on your profile, you will see there's quizzes for different personalities, right? So for the kings, politicians, writers, musicians, blah, 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 blah. Click on them, you actually see pictures of them, and you can do quizzes of each of them. Maybe that might help. And yes, I was right. This guy won a Nobel Prize as well, Henrik Pontoppidan. Anyways, going back to the game. Next one, Libra moving up the ranks. This was a combo breaker. 12 people dropped their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys.
Another one.
All right, so this is about Denmark's reservations with their work with the EU. And in this list, it used to be also defense, but that was scrapped in 2022 after the Ukraine war started. 44 people got that wrong. Next one. Barbara,
Excellent.
I saw you. Well done. The answer is yes. And so basically it's kind of minority government exist, and the answer is yes. Most of the governments since the end of the Second World War have been minority governments. 30 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5. Frederick is the highest climber, up 5 places. Next one. This is FAQ 3. So this is frequently asked questions 3. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. We're gonna do part 4 on Sunday. And after that, we start hitting you guys with the mock tests. What's this question about? Yes. So when did what's his name? Søren Kierkegaard live? He lived in the 1800s. I think he from 1805 to 1875, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, can't remember. But he was a contemporary with H.C. Andersen, and apparently they were friends. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this. 55 people got that wrong. He is the most famous Danish philosopher. Next one. Jojo, I'm gonna answer that, okay? Just after this, I'll answer that. Yeah, most of you know this. New Year's Eve. Okay, so Jojo is saying, is it better to do the test before the Kahoot or wait to do the Kahoot first? It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is you know the answers to the questions. If you want to, in fact, matter of fact, I say it all the time, right? Go and practice, come back and test yourself under pressure conditions. So I create pressure conditions in these sessions, okay? Then you go back and you keep on practicing on your profile. You make your mistakes, you correct your mistakes, and then you come back again. I think you'll get more of the gist of this once we start the mock tests, because the mock tests are basically I'm testing you on possible questions and possible current affairs questions and possible Danish values questions twice every week for 3 straight months. Okay? So practice. Don't wait until these sessions. Practice so that you can do well in these sessions. Figure out where your knowledge gaps are. Then go fix them, come back again and test yourself. And then you'll see yourself, you'll keep on improving and improving and improving. And it'll get to a point where you have the answers to like 2,000, 3,000 questions in your head. And when you get to the real test, you'll be done in 5 minutes. You'll be done with this forever. All right. 21 people got this wrong. Round of applause to 136 of you. The mock tests start next week. Okay, so today is what, Wednesday, right? So Sunday is the last FAQ session. After that, we're doing mock tests until the test. Of course, we're gonna do Danish values and current affairs and la-di-da. Don't worry about it. I have it all structured. Next one. Yeah, so guess the Danarum was written by Saxo, and yeah, it's about Denmark's history, but there's a lot of mythology in there as well. 40, 42 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5.
Static top
Next one.
5.
Do I do this for a living or a side hustle? Neither. It's a hobby. Excellent.
Excellent.
Well done. So the biggest city in Greenland is Nuuk or Gotthåb. Sometimes they ask about the biggest city in the Faroe Islands. I'm not going to give the name in case that question pops up here. Static top 5, next one. Okay. Bertel Thorvaldsen. He is Denmark's most famous sculptor. And there is the Thorvaldsens Museum right beside the Parliament. It's a big yellow building. He is actually buried in there. And this weekend I found out that I think he's half Icelandic as well. They never mentioned that in the book, but I found out by mistake. It was quite random. But anyways, that's what this question is about. Someone is asking, if we pass mock tests and these tests, so by these tests, I'm assuming you're talking about the Kahoots, are there higher chances of passing the real test? I would say that's the wrong question. Okay? The right question would be, what do I need to do to pass the test? And I've said that a whole bunch of times. Get your profile to 100%. Get your profile to 100%. Come to these sessions to test yourself, to find out your knowledge gaps. Go back and practice on your profile and keep practicing until you complete everything. You can't get your profile to 100% until you've completed every single quiz there 6 times. Now, there's no way that if you do that work, you're going to fail. Okay? I'm going to talk about some other tips because maybe I should talk about it now. Nah. When we get closer to the test, I'll start talking about those things. All right, next one. Static top 5. We're almost at the end. There were about 240,000 German refugees after the Second World War. This is a weak spot. 60 people got it wrong. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Time to shout out these guys. MC, SAS, Abidor, Libra, and Marie. Holding down the top 5. K-Mac back with an answer streak of 3. He's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
You guys are doing really well tonight. I think the average is going to be above 80, but let's see. We've got 4 questions to go. Mason, why did they come after the Second World War? Nowhere, it's not for vacation, man. They came as refugees. They were fleeing Germany. Yes. So after the Second World War, the Cold War started between America and the Soviet Union. 34 people got that wrong. Libra overtook Abidor, now at number 3. 6 people hit an answer streak of 17.
Excellent.
Okay, we've got 3 more questions and we're done for tonight. For INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. You know this. Well done. So the commune is in charge of the schools. 15 people got that wrong. To get it right next time, you're probably going to see that. Oh, man. Oh no, man.
Another one. Emotional damage.
Wow. That was hard, bro. So MC was holding number 1 for like, damn. How many questions, man? Like 40 something questions. And then at the last minute got knocked out of the top 5 completely. Oh, sorry, man. Well, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
SAS is now number 1, Libra number 2, Abidor back on the podium at 3, Marie 4, and Ella SJ back in the top 5 at number 5. 8 people reached an answer streak of 22. Wow! That's 22 correct answers in a row. Well done. We've got 2 questions and we're done for tonight. Okay, well done, well done. 170 meters. It's called Mullerhøj, and I think it's in Østjylland. 10 people got that wrong. Last question. And then podium. By the way, anyways, I'll say after this. Talked about this before. Man, is this going to affect the top 5? We'll see. Anyways, if you're here for the first time, wait until the end of the Melbourne Escapes Phone session. I will show you how to find your profile. So please wait until participate in that session. We're going to have another one after this. And wait until the end of that. I'll show you how to find your profile if you are here for the first time. Okay, what happened here? 96 people got this right. 59 people got this wrong. We've spoken about this before. So homosexuals got the same rights, the same marriage rights as heterosexuals in 2012. Anyways, let's see what that top 5 is looking like. Abidor holding number 3. Libra holding number 2. Is it SAS? It probably is, right? Yeah, SAS holding number 1. Okay, Marie and LSJ said it was a static top 5. All right, let's see the rest of you guys.
NearlyDanish.com.